25% tariff. Of course, Justin Trudeau came out immediately and said, go ahead. You hit me, I hit you. Like we say in Nigeria, God no go vex. He said the same thing to Mexico. He actually told Mexico that you've got to fix the borders as well to ensure that we can reduce the number of irregular immigrants. I'm not going to call them illegal immigrants anymore. And if you like, you can call me to ask me why on 0201 2770993 or 0201 4657190. Right? You can call me to ask me why, or you can send a WhatsApp message to our WhatsApp number. Now, so Mexico said, you know, the thing about Mexico is, incidentally, it's International Women's Month. So I've got to give credit to the president of Mexico, whose name I don't pronounce very well, and I'm still practicing. Let me tell you what she said. She said, you know, it's okay. We will fix the borders. Okay, is that what you want? That's fine. You know, I will handle the fentanyl issue in Mexico. But guess what? How about you fix all the guns that's coming from America into Mexico? Because we find a lot of ammunitions, illegal ammunitions, in the hands of gangs that come in, that are made in America, and they've come in to Mexico. So you fix that. But you know the other thing I'm going to do? I'm going to put guards. This is so like the National Guard. I'm going to put their National Guard at the borders to ensure, you know, we don't get irregular immigrants into the United States. But you know, that sounds great, right? But you know what the snag was? Oh, you've got to call me about Donald Trump. He's such a content provider. The snag there was, she was only promising to give him something she had already agreed with under Biden. Yes, Joe Biden, the former president, the president before Trump. This was already agreed. And yet, as soon as Trump president is like, yeah, she's borderful. She's borderful. You know, a very borderful woman. She's done everything once. So he withdraws the 25% tariff. That was when he came in. And then this week, I think it was on Wednesday, Tuesday, something like that, Canada woke up. Oh, he also threatened China with the same thing. Canada woke up to announcement that the tariffs are happening immediately. Mexico woke up to the same. So guess what? Canada said, that's cool, that's fine, no problem at all. No problem at all. And Justin Trudeau did something that our leaders need to learn from. What did he do? He literally stood there and he spoke. He addressed the American people directly. And he said to them, we do not want to do this, but your president is forcing us to do this. We are going to have to increase everything that comes into America by 25% as well. And everything you bring here. We don't want to do this. And this is a quote, by the way, because this is, quote, a dumb move. Why did he call it a dumb move? Because when it comes to tariff wars, nobody wins. So there are many Trumpsters who are saying, well, you know, America's stronger than Canada. Canada needs America. Justin Trudeau shouldn't have said that. He shouldn't have been calling it Trump. He literally should have capitulated, they thought. He should have capitulated to President Trump. I disagreed. I don't know what you thought. I disagreed. And here's why I disagreed. First and foremost, leaders of sovereign countries cannot be seen to be kowtowing to America just because it is America. They are entitled to actually protect the integrity, the independence of their country, of their people, and make their policies as they wish. Of course, they must absolutely, at any given opportunity, stand up to a bully, irrespective of whether that bully is a small one from a small state or a big one from America called Donald Trump. So here's the thing. What happens this morning? Titilokwe, I know you're going to want to call me. Emmanuel, I know you people want to talk. Pastor, is it Pastor Dagbadamosi? I think all of you guys. So did you see what happened this morning? What happened this morning? Trump has withdrawn the tariff rise again. Like literally, because when he did it, all the markets were affected. The markets literally went into epileptic seizure. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. They all went down. Because nobody was going to tolerate all that nonsense. Again, this is why I like the president of Mexico. She's so smart. She's so intelligent. She's so matured. And she knows how to feed this baby. This baby that's actually the president of America. And you can disagree with me and say you like Donald Trump. I'm happy to discuss that, honestly. And for me, this is not even about dislike. But you're welcome to disagree with me on his policies. Here's what she said to them. She said to him, she said, but you want us to stop the fentanyl from coming in. You want me to control the drugs trade. Well, if you go ahead and hit me with tariffs, that's going to affect my people. How do you expect me to then be able to control the drugs trade? Incredible, right? So, given that, Donald Trump withdrew. No, it will tell you he postponed. This is because we're journalists, we must report it as it is. He postponed the tariff, the implementation of the tariffs he postponed it till the 2nd of April. But here's the excuse he gave, especially for Canada. He said all the products that fall under the Canadian trade agreement, US-Canadian trade agreement, will not be hit by a 25% tariff. I like to laugh. I need to laugh. It's called getting egg in your face. It's called the best way to deal with a bully is to stand up to a bully. The other thing was Zelensky. Did you see what happened with Zelensky? Did you see that? Well, I say it's an ambush. Some were arguing with me that I was wrong. But I say it's an ambush. I say they brought him there to literally embarrass him, be disrespectful to him, to belittle him, and then to force him into signing the agreement. Into signing, yes, a peace agreement, but a peace agreement that's laced with 21st century colonialism. A peace agreement that says, I want 500 billion of your raw materials. Yes, your rare earth is what they call it. In exchange, but I'm not going to give you security guarantees. Oh, don't worry, he said, about those security guarantees, because if you sign and give me your minerals, because I'm going to have Americans working there who are going to be, quote unquote, mining your minerals, Russia is not going to attack. Huh? How does that work? How does that work? So, of course, the first thing that got to me, hey, I'm having a monologue here. None of you are calling. Who's that? You're calling on what? Is that Skype? Is this Skype? I beg your pardon? Oh, somebody's calling on WhatsApp. Okay. So, right. Okay. Hello? Hello? Hello, I can't hear you.
Hello, Sisi Oge. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Yes, I'm okay. This is Yinka Ibidoni calling from Abeokuta.
Hello, Yinka.
I did, Kankwe.
Talk to me, what do you have to say?
Now, let me tell you, Donald Trump has come on the scene Believe it or not, this is my opinion.
I'm listening.
Give power to Europe to emerge again. America's domination is going to end up capitulating to the emergence of the old Roman Empire. And the Roman Empire, America will submit all their powers to the Roman Empire. You know, Zelensky, when they were arguing in the White House, told Donald Trump, "You will realize it." And Donald Trump got angry and stood up and said, "You have no weapon, you have no this, you have no that." You see, America thinks that it can woo Russia. It can, but it's just something that is timely, which is supposed to happen. Do you know that?
What do you mean by it's supposed to happen? So, what do you mean by that? Don't worry, nobody's interrupting us yet, so we can have a conversation.
Okay, let me tell you, I am a fundamentalist believer in the scriptures.
I see.
That is the Bible. And the world is the third world war that Donald Trump was talking about during the time they were arguing, that Zelensky was provoking, will actually happen. Donald Trump thinks...
Well, the Bible talked about Zelensky and Trump.
If you read 2 Peter 3...
What does it say?
2 Peter. It said, the heaven will depart like a scroll, and the elements will melt. What can do that?
Well, I don't know. An earthquake?
Yeah, nuclear power, nuclear explosion. And he also said, I don't want to make it a preaching thing because I can talk ordinarily, but you are the one asking me the question. But you see, the Europeans, let me deviate for that. The Europeans are already coming up with, they are tightening up their belts. They are going to increase their defense and so on and so on. And Donald Trump has come up with all these tariffs and all that. Europe is going to be mighty and powerful, and is going to challenge the iron.
I've got to come in here. Come in,
yeah.
Right? You're saying Europe is going to be mighty and powerful. No. Actually, that's wrong. That is wrong. The mighty power of Europe has moved on. Right? America took over that. America's hegemony is also moving on. In actual fact, there is talk that without, of course, not so much talk. Here's a fact. Europe, NATO, is nothing without America, number one. Number two is, given that America is now, under Trump that is, obviously, is pulling away from Europe, okay, they are no longer in agreement. They certainly don't agree on Russia and they don't agree on Ukraine, right? Given that that's happening, this union, this transatlantic union, in actual fact, there is talk, mere whispers, but talk that it is quite possible that Europe may now look to China. Yes, shock horror. China that Europe never liked in the first place. So I don't know what Peter, John, or Paul is saying, but they're certainly not part of NATO. I'm sorry.
Okay. I listen to you.
I listen to you too.
Europe is not going to parley with China. The iron and the clay will not mix. They won't mix. And the thing that will destroy...
Who is the iron and who is the clay?
Go and look at chapter 2 of Daniel.
I have no idea. Tell me.
the image that Nebuchadnezzar saw, which Daniel interpreted.
No, I'm just asking, who in this context, who is the iron and who is the clay?
The authoritarian regime.
Okay, the iron being China. Is that what you're saying?
China.
And the clay,
China,
the clay is then what? Europe?
The democracy part, Europe, America, and all that stuff. They don't mix. They will never mix.
All right, thank you.
And
let me let you finish. Go ahead.
It's a big thing. I should go ahead.
Yeah, no, finish. I want you to finish. Sorry.
Okay, let me finish. Now, the America that is parting away from Europe is simply to wake the sleeping giants, to wake Europe up. The Bible puts it as healing the wound that was inflicted on the beast. The wound was inflicted in the first and second World War.
Okay, thank you.
And it will be healed. And America, with all the powers, will cause Europe to be healed. The Roman Empire and the whole world will worship Europe, and there will be an Antichrist in Palestine.
Okay, thank you.
Palestine you speak about so much.
There will be an Antichrist there. Okay. Yeah, you said there will be an Antichrist.
Yes.
Right, I see. What does he look like? Or she? Is it a she or he?
The head of you. Yeah, it's all things that do with faith.
Is it a trans? No, but you're not talking as a scientist. At this point, I need to end this conversation. You cannot call yourself a scientist. I'm sorry. You cannot call science, and actually, science, please, sir, science is not the Bible. And I don't want to offend people, because this is Lent, and I know this is a very important time for Christians and Muslims. I do not do religion, but I will say to you, you are not sounding like a scientist. I'm sorry. At this point, I need to move on. You do agree with me?
I agree with you that I'm not sounding like a scientist. But if you know my history, you will know that I am a scientist.
Thank you very much.
I have commendation from NASA.
Thank you. Well, that was interesting. I don't know who. Why is Zainab looking so sad? Why are you looking so sad? I have no idea who the Antichrist is, but can we please not call me about this is borderlines. We are talking geopolitics. I honestly promise you. I understand if you want to make a reference to the Bible or the Quran, it's okay. And you're using it as not as the basis of what's going on, but as, if you like, an adage. But please, this is open mic, not open religion, please. Right, I have a very interesting text here. Max from Ikoyi, why aren't you calling me? I love to have conversations with people like you. You are my idea of a perfect listener. Here's what Mike said. Can you all listen? Sisi Oge, please kindly stop misinforming the public about Trump and insulting him, literally. Just because you are a liberal and your girl Kamala did not win doesn't mean you have the right to bash Trump with the level of misinformation. Your listeners are not stupid, please. Everything you are saying is false. I am very disappointed in you. I follow American politics and news very closely. And you are lying, Max says. Through your teeth. You are lying through your teeth with everything you are saying, according to Max. Please stop this senseless propaganda of yours. That's Max from Ikoyi. Oh, Max. Oh, Max, you poor deluded child that hides behind the keyboard. Why not call and let's discuss this? Just debunk what I'm saying. If you can debunk it and send it to our WhatsApp and actually send a link, I owe you 50K. Everything that I have said, which part of it is a lie? If you can debunk it with fact checking, Max, I owe you 50K. I'm sure that will help. Then you'll be able to send me more messages. You don't get to call me a liar for nothing. And by the way, I didn't like Kamala, so there. Ha. Anyway, You can ask me why, and I'll tell you. Hello? Please turn your radio off. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, JB.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, you have Samuel on the line.
What? Samuel.
Yeah,
Hello,
from
Samuel.
Vega, yeah.
Yes, go ahead, Samuel.
Well, the point is that the last caller, not the message you read. Anyway.
Yeah, the last caller. Yeah.
I like the way you are putting. I think I will employ you to do that. Just put everybody, every caller in the perspective of the subject matter, not to ridiculize or whatever into this. You understand? So please just put us like that. And again, for me, the only thing I just know about, of course, nobody needs to tell anybody to know that we're almost at the end time, of the whole thing here on earth. And the only thing that I understand about what Bible says is that at the later day, nations will rise against themselves and all that. And of course, you ask me, is it been happening before? But you see, the speed, what's it called? The numbers of uprisings and all that will get increased when we are getting there. So we can see this one, just coining in from the Bible aspect. But that what is happening right now, to me, I believe is just word politics. And when you look at the basis, what are they fighting for? Land.
Right, thank you.
What is Russia demanding for? Land. What is Palestine demanding for? Land. And when you look at the genesis, that's always been like that. So what I believe objectively we should just put on the table is that what is really there? What is the politics within this land issue of a thing? Look at what Trump said. I mean, fine, I haven't done all this for you. You give us your minerals. Where was the minerals situated? I mean, where is it situated? Yes, on the land. So we are still saying same thing. I think those are the things I think we should magnify. We should shed more light. What is in there about this land? How is it important? How has it become?
Why is land important? Good. Stay listening. I'll answer your question.
Of the uprising.
I'll answer your question. Stay listening. I need to answer this call. People, very quickly, go ahead.
Okay, so you understand, Palestine, relocate Palestine. So where? To another land. No, how we can rebuild our own. Which is your own land. So I think that is what we really need to talk about.
Okay, thank you.
Should that one now be the subject of the whole thing, not even against humanity?
Thank you very much. God bless you. Right, I have another call coming in. I'm getting used to this new way of us. We have WhatsApp. Hello, Zainab is laughing at me. Hello, good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Pastor Badamosi from Tulare.
Pastor Badamosi, I hope you're not going to talk to me about the Antichrist. I beg of you, sir.
No.
Dear. I can only cope with dear. Go ahead,
Trump is Chinaphobia. He's really afraid of China. That's his problem, and he's feeling that he's the best intellectual or is very intelligent that he can, but he's so afraid of China, and they are looking forward to Africa to make as much as they can make out of Africa.
So let me ask you, sir. You mean America is looking forward to make as much from Africa, or China is looking forward to making?
Just to make they want to make Africa. They want to see Africa apart. They want to.
Yeah, but who is the they, though? Who is the they, sir? Who is the they, Pastor?
All the world powers.
All of them, China, right? The Western hegemony.
All of them. They want to. Yes, they want to chop Africa dry, and they want the black race is nothing to them. They don't. The black race. They are going back to slavery time. They want to come back and enslave us and take us as slaves again. That's what Trump is trying to promote.
Right.
And he's going to fail.
Okay,
I'm sure he's going to fail.
Okay, sir.
He can never make it.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Oh, now the lines are calling. Hello. Everybody's calling now. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
This is Mazi.
Oh, Mazi, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yes, just to make my own little contribution.
Please don't talk about the Antichrist.
No.
Okay. Go ahead.
The Antichrist is real, but it is mostly misunderstood by.
Okay, but we won't go there. We won't go there. This is borderlines.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, we're not going there. We're talking about America and their world politics.
We're talking about geopolitics, yes.
Yes. You see, just like the last caller that talked about land, that these guys are after land and what is in the land. This is just a human relationship. This is just what makes man a fallen being. So greedy. So what is the difference between Donald Trump and Bola Ahmed Tinubu? They are all human beings with the same opportunity under the same sun.
Right.
But when one thinks that is more than the other in terms of intellect or because of any race or because of what their fathers in the past have laid down for them, which they are now enjoying, then you begin to impose your own will, your own culture, your tribe or your religion or anything above the rest of the world. That's when this quarrel and everything comes from. If not, nothing should make man to hate themselves.
Right.
And please, before I conclude, those people who will call and start telling you about the Bible prophecy about America and everything, see, America is not in the Bible. When God talks about, when God talks
no. I need you to repeat that again slowly, please. Say that again.
America is not in the Bible.
Bam. Thank you.
You understand? It's not in the Bible. So nobody should start equating. Even the current political situation in Israel, it's not what was told. Even Christ told us that he came to his own, which is Israelite, and rejected him. Then he came to Okposi, where I came from in Bonny State, and we accepted him, and we are called Christians. So do you see how it is done?
Thank you.
So when we're talking about this war politics, it just look.
What you're saying is, what you're actually saying is about leadership. What you're talking about is leadership. You're saying leaders are human beings, and with human beings, the human beings have their foibles, they have their flaws, they have their greed, they have their good sides, and etc. And some just tend to fall more to the greedy side than others. Correct?
Exactly.
God bless you.
Exactly.
Thank you, my brother.
It's just great.
Thank you.
Just great.
Thank you. Oh, now you're all calling. You're going to be getting 2 minutes. Because why do you do this? You call last minute. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. I can't be better with Donald Trump around. You have to put up on the line. First of all, a query for you. You didn't come up on Danfo.
Yes, I had some work to do. Let's just put it like that.
No problem.
But all is well. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. Number one, I felt let me rebuild the point of the last caller that people want to enslave Africa. Nobody is enslaving Africa.
Thank you.
Africans are enslaving themselves. Africans are enslaving themselves, and the world all over is about competition and collaboration. Nobody, if not, I am from, for instance, Lagos now. I went to Maiduguri to do business, to do whatever. That is part of life. So if you think you have what other people do not have, it is an advantage for you. Take care of that advantage to your benefit and to the benefit of other people as well. That is what is happening.
Absolutely.
The problem with the people who are enslaving you are your own leaders, especially the people, the followers who are leaders. Yes, ma'am.
Let's talk about, I'd like you to spend a minute, because the lines are all going crazy now. Let's spend a minute talking about Trump in the last week.
Everything is just in the light of Trump. It started from Trump, he's going to Canada, going to...
What do you make of the tariff wars, though?
Yeah, the tariff wars already now, you can see the backlashes, the economic details in America now. The stock markets are going down. Prices are likely to be going up anytime soon.
Exactly.
But I think what he's going to do is everything is just gra. He believes it's just a bargaining for him.
Yeah.
When he does that, people will come back and he force them to the table. Look at the kind of I even wanted, please, anytime you have Professor Lucas again, ask him, the last time he came here on Friday.
You have to ask him. You have to ask him yourself. How do you expect me to remember? But I need to ask you because the lines are literally going live.
No problem.
One question though. Max from Ikoyi said I was lying about Trump. Can you help us understand what I was lying about?
No. I used to like him. I used to like Trump because, number one, he has a nuisance value.
Exactly.
He has entertainment value.
Exactly.
And at the same time, he's a pragmatic leader too. You get it now. All the nonsense people think he's doing, He's not even doing it for his own personality. Maybe we don't know yet. Maybe the people that will go to Ukraine for the mineral exploitation will be his friends. We don't know.
So was I lying about Trump before I move on to another call?
No, you're not lying.
Thank you very much.
No.
Thank you. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
Hello?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. What's your name and where you calling from, please?
You're on the line.
Bayo, go ahead.
Well, yes. You see, concerning Mr. Trump, so to say, I think probably maybe to start with the geopolitical or regional world politics and things like that. Right, to me, everything, like your program is the borderline, the bottom line, so to say, the common factor or denominator of all everything is about self-interest.
Of course. That is what geopolitics, that is what governance is about.
So, I mean, is it not so laughable? Calling Zelensky to come to your Uber house and all that
to the White House.
I believe that, or I expected that it's going to be amicable, a free lunch kind of service these guys have been ready, so to say. And good at it, you've come in a diplomatic way to actually resolve, which is more better than, war approach. But only for us now to be asking that we need a mineral resources from you. You need to be, so what are we talking about? So meaning that, all the money being expended on you, so it has to be paid back through your natural resources.
And by the way, Trump is asking for some 550 something billion. That is not how much America is actually giving Ukraine in arms. Or
you understand what I'm talking about. So we've all known, personally I've known Trump to be that likes. Anyway, so I'm not that too surprised.
Thank you very much.
To me, it's quite amazing. But at the same time, you see all this tariff of a thing. It's a matter of time. Let's give him time, right? It won't work. Look at what he said now.
I need you to wrap up, sir.
Action?
Yeah.
Okay, has he not rescinded the action concerning,
of course he has.
What do you call Mexico?
Max from Ikoyi didn't get the memo. Max from Ikoyi did not get the memo.
Work. Many people, most of businesses in the American come to these countries to come and do their production, bring it back to you. So any change is a marginal cost. It's never going to affect.
I need you to wrap up. I need you to wrap up.
Let me just leave you. So it's
God
not affect. It can't work. It can't work.
Thank you very much.
It's doing what is too much for him for now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right. Hello. Hello,
Cecile.
Good afternoon. It's Cecile Gay. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Godman here.
Godman, how are you? You have 2 minutes because the lines are going crazy.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. Hello?
Yes, I'm listening. 2 minutes.
Okay. Trump, like him or not, you must admire him, sort of. Yes. Look at how everything was against him, against all odds. He still came to be that again. So you think he's foolish? He's not foolish. I would never. You see, when an intelligent man and a wise man meet, the wise man will always be on top. An intelligent man might be in for now, but the wise man will always trump that intelligent man. Trump is a wise man. You may think that what he's doing now doesn't make sense. If you go back to the
what is it that I'm thinking doesn't make sense? Tell me. We have to be specific. I don't want to. I started with a whole rafter of stuff.
I'm not talking about you. Just look at how he came back to.
Yeah. So what you're saying is he's achieved the unthinkable. Yes, he has.
Yes. And then some of the decisions before he came to be president looked very foolish before all of us. But when the results came, we were like...
But the results of what, then? The results of what? The results of what? I mean, let's be specific. What has he given us a result in?
No, what I'm saying is this, is that those times before he came back, there were some things he was saying. Like, for example, when they were in the debate, he was talking about animals being killed.
Okay, during his campaign, Yeah,
and we were feeling that, this man, has he lost it or something?
But there were no animals being eaten. Stop. I'm sorry. I will have to keep debunking. He was lying. He said Asians were eating cats. That is not true. It is
How
a
do you
lie.
know that's not true?
Because it has been debunked. The governor, the mayor, no. I'm sorry. You can Google it. It has been debunked. It was a lie. So what is that?
Not everything.
No. I'm talking about. No, please. Haitians were not eating cats. Please, let's not do this. Borderline works on facts and analysis. You can Google it.
My point is, wise man, he may be acting this way, and we think he's foolish, doesn't know what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
Okay, I hear you,
point.
sir.
When someone told that man to cut the child into half, everybody thought it was mad. Like, this guy's foolish. But when the result came, we were like, wow, wisdom. And that's how Trump is.
Okay, thank you.
Just drop it there.
Thank you very much. Trump, the wise man. Gosh, I wished we had 2 hours of open mic. Hello.
Good afternoon, Cecil.
Good afternoon, sir. Emmanuel, very quickly. Why do you have to call so late? I would have given you 3 minutes. Now I can only give you 2.
Okay. Let's talk about the great guy. The wonderful guy.
The one they said I'm lying against.
Concerned about. Let's talk about Trump. Donald Trump recently, I know he's this kind of guy who is going to be rash, and I know he's coming back, will be like a dictator, but he's even going more deeper, than I thought, There's been a lie, some lies he has been telling, and interestingly, his vice, is a Trump on it, another Trump on its own. No, because the ambush against Zelensky, it was as if it was even planned, by the vice president. And again,
Emmanuel, you make a very good point. You and I are so clocked on together on that. J.D. Vance was the one that started, that turned everything upside down. It was all going well until J.D. Vance opened his mouth. And incidentally, he opened his mouth without actually having any information, any facts. And then Zelensky corrected him, educated him, schooled him, and Vance got all upset. Well, you're not even
about
from America.
Ukraine issue. I think Vladimir Zelensky is playing into their hand. I don't know if he's scared, of the repercussion of the U.S. pulling out, of Ukraine. But I think going into that military deal, is selling out the country.
You have 30 seconds left,
Ukraine. Now, talking about world politics, I think Trump is going to receive a backlash. Because he has planted a lot of things a couple of days he's been in office. And it's only a matter of time, before the people and the government institution turn against him. Yes, they've not been successful in their turning against him recently, but a time will come when I know the American people and their institution, they will not be able to curtail them. Let me stop for now.
Thank you very much, Manuel. Thank you. And I'm going to be picking up my last call before I wrap up for my next guest to come in. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Patrick, calling from Lekki.
Okay, go ahead, Patrick. You have 2 minutes now.
Okay. Is he Trump asking for, or let me not say Trump, America asking for the mineral resources from Ukraine has also demonstrated what we see in our political climate here. We hear, and it is said usually, interest, that there are no permanent enemies, but it is their interest that is their major reasons, that's the major thing that drives each and every one of them. So whether we choose to be nice to one another or we choose to be hostile to one another, everyone is doing whatever they are doing potentially because of the gains that they see. Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you. Right. So here's what I'm going to say to all of you. Max from Ikoyi, why haven't you called me? I have 50K for you if you can prove that anything actually that I said was fake news. You shouldn't say lying. Because when you say lying, you're being rude. You probably don't know that, but really you shouldn't. You should just say fake news. In any event, let's go back to the point. So Max from Ikoyi, you must call, all right? Or send it to our WhatsApp. That's number one. Number two, let me read these messages. Good afternoon, Cecile Geke, Radio Goddess, Konselensky with Donald Trump. The incident shows what always happens between African leaders and the so-called powerful countries. They promise to help fighting your enemies, but also need 50% of your resources as a sovereign state. Neocolonialism is coming back. Trump wants to start it. Power drunk. That's Yomi from Murio Konla. Yomi, so right. It is about neocolonialism, but unfortunately we're about to go to the news. Let me read this message from, who is it from? From Ayaba Estri of Badagry. Siyogi, I'm afraid the world is turning to the rule of force, and we have seen the first installment in the Israeli-Palestinian situation. The world has been this way before. Some Western Europeans decimated the native Indian population in the Americas, took over their land, and built the new world, land of the free. So what Trump is proposing in the Middle East and Ukraine today is a revisitation of a plan that works for the Americans. Ayaba Estri, I actually agree with you. Yes, although I would put it slightly. So I've got 2 minutes before the news, and here's what I'm going to say to you. Geopolitics is about self-interest. Every country's government has to do what favors their country, right? That's number one. Number two is Trump is not so much as afraid of China because, of course, China has so many things in America. And China, I've actually said to him, if you want war, quote, any type of war, we will give it to you. Max from Ikoyi, you go and check it. That's the other thing is, word is that he's more afraid of Vladimir Putin. Now, I don't know about that, but what I do know is that Putin is the one that is also as unpredictable, and he's unafraid to stand by himself, right? Now, let's talk about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is Donald Trump is chaos. Donald Trump is America first. That's what MAGA means. He's not the only one, by the way. And by the way, to those of you out there who didn't know, Donald Trump was not the first person that said make America great again. It was Ronald Reagan who said make America great again, actually. He was the first person. He didn't come from Trump. So therefore, you know, every American president is about MAGA. They're about making America great again. Only Donald Trump has turned it into some sort of, the word has flown out of my head now, if you know the word I'm looking for. Send it to us on WhatsApp, right? Pejorative, that's the word I was looking for. So now back to the thing. What don't I like about Donald Trump is bullying. What don't I like about Donald Trump is lies. What do I like about Donald Trump is that he's not an imperialist.
More talk, news and sports after this.
How do we make our cooking come alive? Oh, for that tasty meal where you like, oh, I mean you want cook food to impress, oh,
whether it's jollof or na stew, even for porridge or spaghetti, cook to impress with Pepper Terra.
Whether you're reuniting with loved ones or starting a new adventure, fly Emirates from Lagos to the UK via Dubai and start your holiday on board. Enjoy complimentary food and drink. Explore up to 6,500 channels of entertainment, including live sport. Stay connected with onboard Wi-Fi and keep boredom at bay with special meals and toys for kids. You get so much more in Emirates Economy. Book now at emirates.com. Fly Emirates. Fly better.
Are you in the agro-island food and beverage manufacturing, printing or packaging industry? Get ready to position your business for success. Meet potential customers and collaborate with global industry leaders at one of Nigeria's biggest international trade shows. Agro-Food and Plasprint Pack Nigeria marks 10 years of connecting businesses and driving growth. Join us at the Landmark Event Center, Victoria Island, Lagos, from March 25th to March 27th, 2025 for an anniversary edition packed with opportunities. Meet with exhibitors from Europe, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, Asia, and Africa to showcase your products, innovations, and machine requirements. You can also sponsor to gain high-level exposure or attend as a visitor to explore new opportunities. Register now at www.agrofood-nigeria.com and www.ppp-nigeria.com or call 0902-222-2226. Be a part of this milestone. See you there.
Let me ask you a question. What holds you back when you wake up each morning? Is it the uncertainty of how the day will unfold? And as the day goes on, what makes your heart race? Is it the quiet fear that maybe you're not doing enough? And when it's evening, is it the longing for just a little more time? Whatever it is, remember, challenges don't define you, but how you rise to meet them. Staying connected to your dreams, that's how you break free from limits. Get unlimited data plus up to 6-hour battery backup to keep you connected without interruptions on Airtel 4G 5G Smart Connect. Visit the nearest Airtel shop to find out more. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Share your next holiday trip with South African Airways and enjoy a special discount on any of our holiday destinations. South African Airways offers special fares for individuals, family, and groups to experience the best of Africa, from the beautiful sunrise in Cape Town to the breathtaking natural beauty of Victoria Falls. Fly your family to enjoy the magnificent beaches and crystal clear waters in Mauritius. Plug into the historical events and places in Harare and Lusaka. Wow, it's a holiday like never before in Africa. Contact us on telephone 201-270-268125 or email reservationslagos@flysaa.com. Log on to flysaa.com or reach out to your nearest travel agent. Make it a memorable holiday with South African Airways. South African Airways, connecting Africa to the world, one flight at a time.
Are you a startup, a growing enterprise, or a global powerhouse? Verto helps you experience fast, frictionless global transactions. Need to receive money across continents? Just Verto it. With Verto, you can receive money from
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.